Hey TDD, so I am super pumped about this video. This is something that is so my jam, and I want to come and talk to you guys about setting goals. And I just think this is like probably one of the most important pieces of coaching. And a lot of times when people tell me that they're struggling, one of my first questions that I'm going to ask them is like, what's your vision and what do you want out of this? Because if you aren't crystal clear on that, I don't know why you would show up every day. This job is very simple, but you'll never hear me say that it's easy. It takes a lot of dedication and self-discipline and fearlessness and courage to show up every day. And why would you muster all of those things if you don't have a really fucking compelling reason? So I am a huge believer in goal setting. So I'm really stoked to talk to you guys about this. And it's something I've gotten really, really good at over time. So the way that you start is you must start with your vision for your future. And I feel like vision is a word I use a lot in these videos because it's just such a huge part of being entrepreneurial. You know, being an employee, you show up to work every day and you do what your boss tells you. They have the vision. You don't have to have the vision. You just have to have the skills, the knowledge, you know, the willpower, the discipline, whatever. But when you're an entrepreneur, your job is to create the vision for your business first and foremost, and no one does that for you. So you really have to lead first with vision. And so if you aren't leading with vision, it's kind of like finding, it's like kind of like looking at a destination on a map and being like, okay, I'm going there. And then you just start driving, right? And you don't actually like take the time to like figure out the directions, right? So you really need that vision in order to then break down the directions of how to get there. So vision first. Alternatively, if you have no vision, you just start driving, you're going to end up wherever. You're not going to end up at any certain destination, right? You're just going to be cruising all over and end up somewhere. And it may or may not be somewhere you like. So vision, vision, vision. So important, you guys. It has to be compelling. It has to be fun. And especially something that excites you. I think that is the most important part. If you don't like think about your vision and get so fucking pumped and think like, I will work every day for 10 years to do this, then it's not a good enough vision, in my opinion. And like I said, when people are struggling to show up for their power hour every day, their invites, their workouts, whatever, usually those people need to revisit their vision and either get excited about it again or maybe shift it because it is going to evolve over time. But yeah, if they're not showing up every day, I would say their vision's probably not compelling enough. But yeah, again, if it's not compelling enough, maybe you make a vision today with me, day one of being a coach, right? And you love it. And then in 6 months from now, you find you're struggling to show up for your business and you look at your vision and you just feel super uninspired. It's time to change your vision. And that's so okay. Whatever your vision is, it can change over time as long as it keeps you excited and as long as it's something that's worth showing up for to you. So let's work on visualizing for a minute. So I want you to visualize the life that you truly want. And I want you to get so crystal clear that you are engaging all of your senses. Like I want you to hear it, to feel it, to smell it, to see it, everything. You know, when we think visualization, we think we're seeing it, right? But I want you to truly feel every part of your vision and use all of your senses to experience that vision. And I would actually really recommend that you pause this video and do this right now. Just take some time to think, okay, what is it that I really, really want? What does that dream life look like? And then take time to just close your eyes and experience that life inside of yourself. And once you do that, and once you're crystal clear on that vision and how it feels and smells and looks and tastes and everything, you don't need motivation anymore. And that's the thing that people always say, well, I just struggle with motivation. Well, then your vision isn't compelling enough. Once you know what you want and you're crystal clear, you don't need motivation because that is the motivation. Like you get your ass out of bed every day and get your shit done because you're like, I want that vision so freaking bad. I want to be a stay-at-home mom so bad. I want to retire my husband from the military so bad. I want to not have to stress the next time I want to get a freaking manicure so bad. I want to contribute to our utilities bill so bad. It could be something tiny, something huge. The only thing that matters is it's like the most important thing in your heart to you. It doesn't matter what I would think about it or what anybody would think about it. It matters that it's compelling and exciting to you, okay? So pause and do that really quick. and then write it down. I want you to just take a couple minutes and just, brain dump on a piece of paper. What does that vision look like and feel like and taste like, and everything you just experienced? Write it down and be so clear about it. And I recommend reading this vision every morning, especially like if you struggle to get out of bed. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and by the way, I'm not a morning person. People always tell me, they're like, oh, I wish I was a morning person like you. I'm not. I'm really not. My whole family, the Cobb family, we're all like stay up really late, sleep in really late people, and we're all groggy in the morning when we wake up. I'm naturally that way. I just taught myself to wake up early because my vision is so compelling to me that it's worth doing the hard thing to get my crap done during the day. So I recommend writing it down and then starting every morning by reading that vision, so you're like, okay, even though maybe I'm tired and I need my freaking coffee, I'm still gonna get my ass out of bed because I really do want this. This is really important to me. And there's one other piece to this, and this is a piece that I added in. A lot of people talk about visualization. I'm sure you guys have heard it before, but here is something that I think is like the missing link for a lot of people, is you must visualize your dream life and be crystal clear and write it down and start every day by looking at it. And you must also truly believe in your heart of freaking hearts that this career path, the coaching opportunity, can get you to that dream life. You don't have to know the how. You don't have to have any expectation of if it's going to take 1 year or 5 years or 25 years, but you do have to honestly, truly believe that coaching is the path that will get you to that dream life if you just stick it out. And so I think a lot of times when people do have a vision, but they're still struggling, I'm like, that's because there's something in you that doesn't believe that this career is going to get you there. And that's the piece you need to work on in order to make this business work for you. So that is so important in my opinion. So this is what I recommend you do. On the bottom of your paper where you have your vision written, I want you to write this sentence. If I am willing to work hard, consistently, over time, the coaching opportunity will provide me blank. And fill in the blank with what matters to you. It will provide for me to open a dog rescue. It will provide for me to teach veganism in schools. It will provide me to retire my husband. It will provide for me to buy my dream house, vacation home on the Amalfi Coast. Whatever it is for you, again, doesn't matter to me, no one else's business, but I need you to write down that sentence. So again, if I'm willing to work hard consistently over time, the coaching opportunity will provide blank. Insert just a quick little summary of your vision here. So I just wanted to take a minute to tell you guys my vision, and it's funny, I always see the same exact thing pretty much, but my vision is, Anthony and I, first and foremost, I care immensely about paying off this condo that we live in. We own it, but obviously we still owe money on it, and so I want to pay this off, and once we pay this off, I want to buy our dream cabin in Big Bear, and it's on Appaloosa Trail, specifically where it is. And I can see it, and we have a really big wraparound porch with chairs, and every night we sit on those chairs and drink a hot tea to unwind, and we're snuggled up in our blankets, and we have a big old fence around our home because there's coyotes out there, but I want Weasel to be able to run around while we're sitting out there. And we have a great room, right? It's like a, kind of triangle shaped house. So we have a big old great room that's all windows. And another thing that I always see is I see us midday on a Wednesday because I've retired Anthony. So we're able to go back and forth between this condo and our cabin in Big Bear. And so it's random afternoon on Wednesday, and it's snowy, and we go for our snowy hike in the woods, and then we come back and we're crunching up, through the snow, up our porch, into our great room, and it's very open floor plan. On the left is kitchen, laundry room kind of stuff. On the right, bedrooms, bathrooms, and then there's an upstairs loft. And so I come in and go to the couch and I snuggle up on the couch with my blankets and I get all my work materials and I sit down to work, and Anthony goes into the kitchen and he makes bulletproof and he brings it out to me. And then as I work, he's sitting there, maybe he's working on, his new entrepreneurial endeavor. Diesel's chilling because he's tired from the hike. I look out and just through our great room, I just see the beautiful snowy woods. And to me, I want to live that life every day forever. Like, that's my perfect dream life. I couldn't imagine anything better than that. I'm not a wanderlust person. I don't need to travel. I just want to sit my ass on my couch and work looking out from my dream cabin at the snow. Like, that's so perfect to me. And so I feel it. I want it so bad. It makes me so excited. And I'm just so crystal clear on what that life is going to look like. So that truly does compel me. And there's another piece to that that's even a little bit bigger. That's kind of the more immediate dream. And then the further off dream is then once we can retire Anthony and afford for that cabin and this condo, which is also motivated by Weasel because he doesn't like people. So to take him out to the woods and allow him to roam free off leash is really important to us. But after that, we want to start a dog rescue and really use the income from this opportunity to start a rescue. And I don't care if it starts off as we're rescuing 1 and 2 dogs at a time, but I just want to then grow it from there so that we're rescuing more and more dogs. And I have a number in my head that I want to rescue at least 1,000 dogs before I die. So whether it be, dogs that we personally take on or dogs that we take on and then find homes for. So that's my vision that gets my ass out of bed at 4:30 every morning. And so again, if I'm willing to work consistently over time, I truly believe that this coaching opportunity will provide for me to retire Anthony, will buy us our cabin in Big Bear, and will ultimately fund our dog rescue. I genuinely believe that. And if I didn't believe that, there's a 0% chance I would be here 3 years later working my booty off. That's just the honest truth. So again, you have to have the vision, be crystal clear, and believe that this is the path to get you there. That is what is going to keep you going even when it gets tough. So always lead with vision first. And then once you have the vision, you can set goals with very specific measurements. And this is also equally important. So remember that this is what you want. This is what you want, right? This isn't about what I want. This isn't about what your best friend wants for you. This isn't about what your mom wants for you. This is about what you want. No limitations, no societal pressure. Just dream as big or as small as you want. It's no one's business what your dream is, again, as long as it's compelling to you and is your heart's true desire. And if you're struggling with this piece, if you're really struggling, you're like, okay, kind of know what I want, but I just don't understand how coaching is going to make that happen for me. I'm kind of confused. I don't know if I believe it. That's okay. It is so okay to admit that to yourself. You don't need to lie and be like, yeah, I believe it, when really there's something inside you that's like, no. So it's okay if you feel that way, if you feel a little skeptical or unsure, or maybe it's something inside of you, maybe you don't believe in you entirely. I want you to go and look for evidence that this is a career path that can get you there. And what I mean by that is go on YouTube and start looking up some of the top coaches. Go and set your soul on fire and start stalking some of the leaders in there. Go to blogs. There's tons of blogs from Beachbody coaches because that's what we do, right? We work on the internet. So it's so easy to find so many successful people and see how their lives have transformed. National Wake Up Calls is another great one. So yeah, just go and look for evidence that this career path can get you to the level that you want to get to and start building that belief within yourself. And then from there, now we're going to take that vision and use it to break down your goals. So let's say, and I'm just going to give you an example. This doesn't have to be your path, but I'm just going to I have to start somewhere with you guys. So let's say you want to be a 6-figure earner and retire your husband like I do. What smaller goals do you need to hit along the way in order to make that happen? So I'm asking you that question. What smaller goals do you need to set along the way to ultimately become a 6-figure earner who retires your husband? So just some examples of things you might want to aim for would be Success Club 10, enrolling 3 to 5 coaches a month, helping at least one new coach a month hit Success Club. So all these little things, all these little markers, they may seem small, but they're ultimately going to add up to that larger income and to that dream life that you're wanting for yourself. So if that's your monthly goal, what do you need to do weekly? So, okay, our monthly goal is Success Club 10 monthly, enrolling 3 to 5 coaches monthly, and helping 1 new coach a month hit Success Club. So now, what do my weekly goals need to look like? Sign 1 new coach and 1 new challenger a week, and conduct 1 coach mentorship call a week. Would be a great example of how I could break that down into weekly goals. So if those are my weekly goals, then we break it down even further. What do I need to be doing daily in order to make that happen? And so obviously 4 vitals would be the simple answer to that, but a little more detailed answer would be to refer to either the business activity tracker and or the walker, jogger, runner worksheet of your choice, whichever pace you're choosing to work at. So again, any of those worksheets can get you to 6-figure earner, but it's a matter of how fast you want to get there. That's really what it's about. Consistency is necessary for all of those, but you can go get there faster or you can get there slower, just depending on your lifestyle and how hard you're willing to work or how hard you just want to work. It's okay to be like, I want to be a walker because I still want some Netflix time at night. Good for you. I'm glad you're setting boundaries and you know what you want. That's awesome. So yeah, just make sure that you know what those daily goals are, and those are going to be based on the walker, jogger, runner worksheets and or the business activity tracker. But these daily goals are basically just what is going to make up your power hour, which again, if you're a walker, is literally going to be an hour, and if you're a jogger or a runner, it's definitely going to take more than an hour each day. After a couple months, you can then reverse engineer. So what does this mean? Let's say you've invited 5 people daily, 5 days a week. So you're inviting 25 people a week. And that equals 100 invites a month, right? So let's say you hit Success Club 6, which is helping 3 people get started. So you help 3 people get started by inviting 100 people that month. So 3 divided by 100 equals 0.03, or a 3% sign-up rate. So basically, no matter the amount of invites you send, you're going to sign up approximately 3% of that number of people. Make sense? You see where I'm going with this? So how many invites then would you need to hit Success Club 10, which is the goal that you set for yourself, which is 5 people a month versus the 3 people a month. So 5, because that's how many people you want, right? 5 over X, because this is the number of invites we're looking for. 5 over X is going to equal your 0.03 sign-up rate. So 5 divided by the 0.03 equals 167 invites. So you want to send 160 invites. You're working 5 days a week. So it's going to be divided by 20 that month, right? 20 days in the month you're going to work is going to equal 8 invites per day, 5 days per week. Did you get all that? Listen to this again if you need to, but I'm telling you this because once you start working your business and you're tracking the number of invites you're sending and then you're seeing your Success Club points, you can use those numbers and break them down to see how many invites you need to send to be hitting your goal. This is a really big deal, and this concept is one of the reasons that I wanted to redo the whole onboarding for you guys and make my own, because this was not told to me as a new coach. And I was always being told that, you know, I had control over my business. It's all about how hard you work. But I was working my ass off and I felt like I was spinning my wheels and not necessarily improving my results, and I couldn't understand why. And the reason why is because I didn't know this formula. I didn't understand that invites are the money-making activity and that I can literally track the number of invites I'm sending, track the results I'm getting each month, and then use those numbers to reverse engineer the number of invites I need to send to hit the goals I want to hit. So I want you guys to know that you are in control of your business, and it is absolutely related to making sure you're on your health and fitness journey and sharing that on social media and sending these invites. That's how you control your business. Period. The end. And like I've said in other videos, everything else, not that it's bad and not that you shouldn't try other things, but everything else is a shiny object. If you are not getting this done, if you are not laser focused on this, all the shiny objects in the world are not going to save your business and they're not going to help you progress. And I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying that to let you know how fucking simple is that. You're in complete control of your business if you just know this one thing. So please focus on this. Take the time to run these numbers, and then as your business progresses, run them again and again and again to make sure that you're on track. One last note about this, about goal setting and vision and all this great stuff we just dug into. Don't forget to include your tribe. Please for the love of God, do not forget to include your tribe. It's so important. Share your goals with them. Share your vision with them. And then, and I love this for a few reasons. First of all, it will keep you accountable. Just by sharing it out loud, you're like, well, now I have to do it, right? That's how I felt as a coach. Like, I opened my big fat mouth, and that's why I'm still here, because I've said all these things I'm going to do, and I'll be damned if I quit before I do those things. Like, I don't want to make a fool of myself, so I will work at this however long I have to work to create my vision and do the things I told my tribe I'm going to do. Also, I just feel like that's what entrepreneurs do. Entrepreneurs cast the vision, and then other people flock to entrepreneurs because they don't have the vision, but they want to be a part of the vision that you're casting. They're like, I don't know how to do that for myself. I don't even know where you came up with this shit, but like, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, sign me up. Like, I want to be a part of building whatever the fuck she's talking about, because she seems to know her crap. You know, so I'm a big fan of sharing with your tribe because it's accountability for you, and it builds trust with them that you're willing to speak those words out loud. And then as you're working on your business, share your successes along the way. Share when you hit Success Club. Share when you help a coach hit Success Club. Share when you rank advanced. Share when your coaches rank advanced. Share when you have a record pay week. Share that you made $50 this week and you're friggin' stoked to go afford a freaking pedicure. Like, all of this matters, and all of this, again, builds trust. Because they're like, she said out loud she was going to hit these huge goals, and even though she may not be close to those goals yet, I do see her making progress along the way. So there's something going on here, right? And then share the success stories of others, especially as a new coach. I know we're like, I'm not really doing anything yet. I'm barely helping anyone. I'm hardly making money. That's okay. That happens to all of us. That's how we all start. We all start from zero, right? So then look for other people who are succeeding. Look to my story. Look to Amy's story. Look to the other leaders and set your soul on fire. Look to other people's transformations if you don't have one yet. And share the success of other people, because that will still help your tribe see the value in the challenge groups and in the coaching opportunity. So cast the vision, because that's what entrepreneurs do, both for yourself and for your tribe. Are you in? So I hope this helped you guys. I wish I had all this info as a new coach, so I hope you really take it to heart, and I'll see you in the next video.